Pisces, what's going on? It's your girl D with 8th House Energy here to bring you your weekly read. This is going to be from Sunday, January 5th through Saturday, January 11th. But time is fluid. Whenever you read this, or whenever you watch this video, and it resonates with you, is the time in which you need to see it. Okay, so keep that in mind. I love you guys. I do appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much for participating in the channel in the ways that you do. I love you and appreciate you. Now, Pisces, let's talk about some of the planetary alignments so that we can get an understanding of what you guys are experiencing here. So, we got about 4 planets in your house of career. So for you, that would be your 4th house. Okay, so that's about career, ambition, motivations as far as professional achievement, your moral condition, your direction, your life goals, prestige, and position. Okay, but for you, this is going to be carried out through you seeing changes in your emotions in reference to what's going on at home. Okay, so a lot of what you may be experiencing as far as what you're experiencing in your professional and career environment have a lot to do or will be affecting your home life as well, okay, in your family life. Maybe the career aspirations that you are going for are a direct reflection of how you were raised, what your beliefs were, how you were raised to believe what you believe, your family dynamics, things like that. So maybe some of you are deciding to go into professions that relate to that. Okay, for example, if some of you grew up in an environment where, you know, there was a drug addiction and drug abuse, in the 4th house specifically deals with your mom. Maybe some of you are changing direction in your career profession, and maybe you're going into an environment where you're going to be dealing with substance abuse. Okay, maybe you're opening your own organization, or whether you're going to be taking a position or a role in that organization. But your emotions are going to be coming from a place of what's going on in your domestic life, how you were raised, your family roots, your family culture, things like that. So that and how you were raised is going to have a direct effect on the decisions you make in reference to your career and your personal reputation as well as your career reputation. So some of you, for example, Mercury is in Capricorn right now. So a lot of you may be communicating with your family and your close friends, those who who know you behind closed doors. You may be communicating with them about, some of the moves that you want to make in reference to your career. Some of you could be, just going within internally in your internal home. Okay, because the 4th house could represent that as well. And processing things that you've been through over the last decade. And you're seeing a lot of changes come on with Pluto. Some of you are experiencing hardships and difficulties, and that represent the fact that things are changing. And maybe some of you are not really open to that change. Some of you could also be just basically dealing with the things that happened when you were a kid, like the relationship with your mom. Some of you are getting to a position where with Pluto here in this house, it's unearthing some hidden feelings. It's tapping into the subconscious. So a lot of you may be able to, because Pisces, you very spiritual individuals, you may be tapping into your intuition and connecting with your ancestors at this time. Or you may be prone to hearing some of the hearing some of the things your ancestors told you, some of the things your mother told you. If your mother is no longer here, God rest your mom. But some of you may be tapping into that energy more so now, more than ever, with all these changes that are going on, especially with Pluto, because it taps into the subconscious. Okay, so you may be seeing some changes going on in reference to this area of life. For some of you, it could have to do with your relationships with your children. Some of you could have to do with relationships with your family members. Some of you, it could have relationship, to do with yourself and how you were raised and your connection with your mom. Okay, so with Jupiter there's going to be a lot of expansion and growth. So some of you may be moving or relocating to a larger place, a larger home. Okay, some of you may be decorating your home. Some of you come into good fortune, so you got a little bit more money. So maybe you're buying a home, doing some additions to your home, doing some repair work. Okay, that represents Pluto, the transformation in that area of life. So some of you have a lot of home renovations going on, or you want to add on to your home, or you want to change some things around in your home. I'm getting that for a lot of you. With Saturn here as well, there's a lot of lessons that were learned in reference to things that you've done in the past as far as moving and relocating, as far as buying a home, keeping up a home. There's a lot of lessons that were learned as far as with the Saturn energy. And so there's also a lot of lessons here in reference to dealing with family members and friends. So, for example, if some of you were, doing positive things and putting out positive karma, you're going to get that back in the area of your home life with your families and your friends, with your family and your deep connection. You're going to be establishing bonds more so with people than ever before, as far as family members, connecting with them on levels that you never have before. For some of you, you may be going through a situation where unfortunately you're losing connection with some family members. You just see that you're not on the same page anymore. And it could be the fact that, there were some lessons that had to be learned in reference to this type of relationship. So there's going to be a lot of emotional, things going on in reference to your home life and your domestic life. Stemming back to, for a lot of you, how you were raised in your relationship with your mother. Okay, so with that being said, I just want to give you an idea of what's going on with the planetary alignments. Neptune is your ruling planet, and Jupiter. They're both in their, Jupiter is in Capricorn. All right, so in reference to your reputation and how people see you, as far as your family members, that could be changing for the better. Okay, some of you are expanding your businesses, expanding your positions, or applying for higher positions, higher roles. Going up the corporate ladder. Some of you could be coming out of corporate America and starting your own business. Okay, but again, it could be a home-based business for a lot of you. So you could be working from home, deciding that you're going to not work in the office as much. Okay, that's what I'm getting for a lot of you. So let's get into the general energies for the reading. So I have the Hermit in reverse. Okay, this is Virgo energy. This is someone going within. Okay, but when you're going within, you could very well be in a situation where you're not seeing everything the way you should be seeing it. You could be looking at situations and not looking at your part that you played in it. You could be experiencing loneliness. Some people, like with the Hermit card, when this person goes into Hermit mode, whether it's upright or reversed, a lot of times this person secludes themselves from everybody because they're just trying to process things. Okay, so you could be isolating yourself from people for whatever reason. Could be from family members. You're not communicating with family members. You're isolating yourself from them because maybe you realize that there are certain things that you're not able to deal with. You're not able to tolerate. There have been some lessons that you've learned in reference to certain family members and friends, and you've decided that you're just going to let things be and isolate yourself from them. Okay, and you're at a point where you're maybe you're stuck. Some of you just can't figure it out. Why are you having these problems within your family? What's going on within your home life? Why are you having these issues? Why can't you come to a solid conclusion about things? Okay, for some of you this could be in reference to your mom and the relationship with your mom. Some of you this could be in reference to relationship with other family members. We also have the Fool card here, which is you saying, you know what, the hell with it, with Uranus energy and Taurus. Okay, I'm going, I believe Uranus went direct in Taurus, but if it's about to, if it hasn't already, and this is the energy of, you know what, I'm just going to do what I got to do. Whatever happens. I'm going to go ahead and start off a new path. I've done what I could, and I'm not going to hold in this frustration in reference to what's going on with this family or these members of this family anymore. I'm not going to allow it to affect me or my past relationship with my mother. I've let go of, some of the trials and the hardships in reference to that relationship, and I'm ready to start anew. So some of you may be rekindling your connection with your parents, with your mom, okay? And some of you may have reached out, or they may have reached out to you. But then we also have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you, again, will not be connecting with some of the family members. You've decided to move on. For some of you, it's best that way. It's just you can't connect. You're not on the same page. For some of you, this is indication that there's not going to be a relationship with someone that you're dealing with. You may have gone within about this here, and you want to just isolate yourself from this individual. Could be someone you're married to. Okay, could be another family member. But yeah, you're ready to just start anew. So you distance yourself from them. You're ready to start anew, and you realize that this situation or relationship is just not working. So let's take a look at your energies here. So the current energy, Pisces, is destiny in reverse. This is the wheel of fortune in reverse. So for some of you, unfortunately, we have Saturn in your what house is that? Your hold on, that house for you is, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your ninth house. Your Jesus. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, yeah, well, anyway, some of you, let me not hold up the reading. Sorry about that. I was trying to look at this chart here. Okay, so some of you, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this is telling me that some of you are experiencing some loss. The Wheel of Fortune is represented by Jupiter. Okay, this card here says Destiny, but this card represents the Wheel of Fortune in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. And Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is currently in the house of your domestic affairs. Okay, so some of you are experiencing some unfortunate luck in this situation. Some of you may be having disputes with family members, or you may may not be connecting with family members in the manner in which you would like to. Some of you are experiencing downsizing in your home. Some of you may have to move out. Okay, some of you, and it could be an unexpected reason here with Pluto. It could be something that had been building up and that maybe you have been taking some time to deal with, but didn't realize that the time that you had was too short. So it could be an unexpected event in reference to you having to relocate or having to move. All right. Now the current energies affecting this negative, unfortunate energy is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you, you may be having some problems moving or relocating because you don't have the funds. Or maybe you weren't focusing on the home the way that you should have been. And so you're having some unfortunate situations where it may be costing you money. You may have some repairs. Okay, because with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, this could talk about spending money. Okay, so maybe some of you are spending money or losing money in an investment in a home. Some of you may be invested in real estate, and your investments are not coming in the way that you want it. It could have been a bad investment. With the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse, this is telling me that maybe you're not working on something. Maybe some of you are no longer working, or the investment deal is no longer in place. Okay, and so what you had in place before is no longer working as far as your home structure and the environment. So things are changing drastically, okay, for some of you. Now, in the past here, I have the Page of Wands energy here. So pages are messengers, and this is a message about, so in the past you had a message about an exciting new opportunity, okay? And you were really excited about this. You may have gotten word from someone. You may have gotten a download. You may have done some research and it sparked an idea for you. But there was some opportunity here for a passionate new beginning in something. So maybe travel, maybe moving. Maybe you guys were planning on moving. Okay, because the Page of Wands could represent moving and travel as well. So perhaps this was an idea a while ago. Like, okay, well, maybe we should move. You know, maybe we should start looking for another place. But the current energy, or the recent past, excuse me, is the King of Wands in reverse. So in the recent past, it looks as though somebody didn't do anything about it. There was something going on that was costing you money in the home, okay, for some of you, and it was either it was a bad investment in real estate, or it was the house is just falling apart and it's just costing more money to fix. And you know, it's just taking up too much time and effort. And for some of you, the investment is not worth it as far as what you've been putting in and what you're getting out. So some of you are looking to sell. Okay, so you started thinking about that in the past here, but you really didn't act on it because you know you may have been scared, nervous, not really aware of the process involved or how that works. Some of you may just did not have made time. You know, you might have been busy dealing with other things and you just didn't have the time. Some of you have been thinking about it with the Hermit in reverse, but this is to me also somebody moving off, moving away, isolating themselves. Somebody could have had a roommate, okay, and a financial situation occur. Maybe somebody's not able to pay their rent because they're not working. Somebody doesn't have money coming in, so somebody has to relocate. So maybe somebody isolated themselves and moved off. And they've been thinking about this for a while here, but for whatever reason, it didn't come into fruition, or they were scared, or they dipped off without saying anything with the Queen of Wands. I'm sorry, the King of Wands in reverse energy. That's what I'm getting strongly for some. But with this King of Wands in reverse, this is someone who is also there's someone who's weak. Okay, this is somebody who's not ready yet. Okay, so for some of you, you may not be ready to move. You may not be ready to relocate. There might be a lot of memories for you. Some of you are emotionally not ready to move on. Okay, there's a lot of memories for you. So this is why you're stuck in hermit mode in reverse. You're not ready to move on yet from these feelings and emotions. Now, the crowning energy I'm showing for you, Pisces, is the Five of Swords. Okay, Five of Swords energy and your crowning energy. Five of Swords to me represents you doing something knowing full well that it's not going to benefit you. Knowing full well that if you're procrastinating on this move, it's going to put you in a position where it may hinder you later on. Or if you're hindering the fact of making money or putting, or paying into the house, it's going to, it's going to fall back on you later on. Okay, but I'm definitely getting someone losing money, paying out money with the Destiny card here in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse, I'm sorry, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Someone's definitely paying out money, and this is affecting you based on your planetary alignments in your home life. Okay, so maybe as far as some of you, you may have lost your job. Okay, because this is all about the the planets that are in your area of career and advancement and personal advancement, professional advancement. This could represent some of you losing a job or some of you quitting a job, and as a result, you're not able to pay your rent. Maybe some of you knew that there was something going on at the job ahead of time. You had an idea about something, but you basically ignored it, or tried to hide it. And then it got to the point where it got overwhelming, and with this crowned energy here, you realize that you waited too long. It's like, shit, what's the saying I can use? I bit off my nose to spite my face. Something like that. But you got to the point where you knew you needed to do something about it, but you were bullshitting and procrastinating for some of you. For some of you, just didn't have the money, and you didn't realize that the situation was going to occur before you got the money. Like, you may have been trying to work on it. Okay, but yeah, I'm showing definitely a loss of money here. Now, in the near future, Three of Swords. So someone in the near future is going to be very heartbroken about this situation. Okay, for some of you, this could be your family home, and you're losing your family home. You're not able to, this is a home that you grew up in, and things are changing now. You're not able to maintain the maintenance in the house anymore. You're not getting any help from anybody. If you have any siblings or family members, they're not helping out. You're not working anymore. For some of you, you lost your job, and so the house is about to be lost. And some of you, that is heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking for you. And I'm so sorry, Pisces. So sorry. Maybe some of you in the past were afraid to step up and help out. Maybe you knew there were some things going on with the house, but you just, for whatever reason, maybe you just didn't think it was that serious. Or realize the damage that was there. Okay, but for whatever reason, some of you did, and you just were scared, or you just brushed it off and didn't care. You just had an error in judgment for some of you. But let's take a look at your fears here. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, you're fearing your money is coming in too goddamn slow. It's not coming in fast enough. All right, and that's the energy I'm getting immediately when I take a look at this card. Yeah, this is definitely about money and finances and making sure your home is good. Now, as far as how others see you or how your other family members see you, we have Strength in reverse. It looks like they see you struggling, or maybe they look at you as someone who is afraid, because these two cards could represent someone who is afraid. Okay? So we got two cards here representing lack of courage, lack of strength, lack of being able to hold on. Okay? Because they see you, maybe they see you as emotional. They know that this would hurt you, losing the home, losing your house. Okay? That's what I'm getting for a lot of you here. You know, issues with paying rent, issues with paying a mortgage, issues with keeping the mortgage. Some of you, again, lost your job, and so there's issues with that. All right? And so some people see you as, holding on by a thread. Okay? Now, as far as your hopes are concerned, Pisces, I have the Four of Swords. So, yeah, you're hoping for stability, mental stability. You don't want to be stressed out about this situation. This is going to be a very stressful thing for you, and you're hoping that you can get past this sooner than later. That makes absolute sense here. Um, Now, we also have for the outcome here the Knight of Swords. So, this is telling me that some of you are going to be very hush hush, as Pisces are, about things they want to be hush hush about. You guys can keep a secret if you want to, but if you don't want to, it's a whole nother story. Interesting, interesting. But you guys are going to be close-lipped and tight-mouthed about what is going on here. Again, you're isolating yourself from people, not letting people know what's going on. So maybe some of you are just, it's a matter of asking for help and you're not asking for help. Because for some of you, you clearly need financial help. I got too many cards here with the Pentacles in reverse telling me so. So this is what I'm showing here. Some of you, maybe you have like I said, some of you have a family house and the other family members are not helping to pay for it. Okay. And so, you're separating yourself from everybody is what you're in the process of doing. All right. And you're getting out of the situation because you put in more than enough money. All right. And for some of you, you're just not putting any more money into it. This is, to me, you weren't paying attention to the needs of the house, and it got overwhelming. All right. And so now it's heartbreaking that you guys have to let the house go or sell the house, because you don't have the funds to take care of it. So this is why we have the Ace, the Fool card here. There's a new beginning. Some of you are going to be relocating, okay? Moving someplace else. All right, and the whole hold up here, or the whole issue here, is just lack of funding because of, maybe you're not making enough money at your job. Okay, maybe some of you are starting off a business for yourself, and the funding that you have coming in is not enough yet to sustain the situation in which you have at home. Okay, that's what I'm getting for a lot of you here. But let's clarify. But before we do, I'm going to get you some messages or get you some advice from Spirit. So let's start with the Spirit Animal Oracle deck for Pisces. What do we got for Pisces? What advice do you have for my Pisces in reference to this situation here? What advice do we have for Pisces? Pisces. Pisces, I have Groundhog Spirit. It says time to let go, my love. Time to let go. Number 31. So you may want to take a look at angel number 31 and see if that resonates. You can Google that. And then if we have 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 is about stability. And this is what's in your hopes. Stability. All right, so we know that this message is definitely resonating here with this reading. So let's take a look and see what Spirit's advice is in reference to Groundhog Spirit and time to let go. Okay, so it says here, it says endings lead to beginnings and death is part of life. So Groundhog Spirit is here to let you know that it is time to accept the natural ending of something that is no longer serving you. We love to hold on to what is familiar, but the new needs a space to arrive so growth can occur. When Groundhog Spirit appears, it is a sign that there is something in your present situation that you need to let go of so that something new can be born, something that will far better serve you now. So when the groundhog sees his shadow, he retreats to his den. So too might you yearn for a little more time to say goodbye and transition into the new. So retreating to your den, this is what we have with the Hermit card here, you in isolation. All right. And this is, however, change is coming and it is good. So let go of your resistance. Spring brings many blessings, and what must die will always be reborn in a new form that will be right for you. Life requires change and detachment. Say farewell to whatever once served you and get ready for something amazing to take its place. Spirit is already sending it your way. Okay? So for some of you, you may seem like you're down on your luck because you may be losing your family home. or you may be losing investments in real estate that you had with family members and was near and dear to you. But Spirit is saying that this transition is coming for the better. And with Pluto in your house here, Pluto's all about death and rebirth, taking away what no longer serves you to bring in what will. Okay, and sometimes we don't know what's good for us, and that's why Pluto has to come in and say, no, I'm gonna take that from you. I'm snatching that from you. And you're like, hey, wait a minute, what's going on? But the universe is bringing you something better. Okay, so please don't fight Pluto. Okay, because you, now that you understand the planetary alignments and you can relate it to what you're experiencing, you know that this change is inevitable. So now the only thing that you can do, now that you have this knowledge to know that this change is inevitable, what you need to do is brace yourself for it. Prepare yourself for it. Don't keep trying to fight it. So look at ways in which you can, if you're trying to keep your house or your apartment or you don't want to move, look at ways in which you can earn more money. Some of you are going to be working from home. Okay. Some of you are changing professions, and like I said earlier, or you may have lost your job or quit your job and you don't have the finances to pay your rent or to pay for your home. All right, so Spirit is telling you that this change that's going on is one that is necessary for your life path. Okay, so please, time to let go. Okay, that's for some of you. Let's see what other message Spirit has for you guys. This is going to be from the power, the energy oracle. So what do we have for Pisces here? Okay, Pisces. So we have number 28, victory. Okay, that's beautiful. So let's take a look and see what the energies are for this card here, number 28. Okay, so it says, this card upright, this is victory, success, achievement. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory wreath in acknowledgement of your achievement. Success is on the way, and you have a sense of pride in what you've worked to accomplish. The achievement may be a great outer success, or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort toward. Enjoy this sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumph to bring great changes, but often they may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level now. So for some of you, this is you stepping out and working for yourself, working in your home. Okay. This is representing this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is you representing you quitting, quitting your place of employment. And you have ideas of that. You were a bit scared of it, but you did take the leap here. All right, and you're ready for something new. So this is a congratulations and a victory for some of you. Some of you have done this within the last 10 years or so, 5 or 10 years. You've taken that leap. So for some of you, this could be in the past. For some of you experiencing this, you may be thinking about taking that leap. The universe is telling you you're going to be victorious. And it is time to let go of that old place of employment that no longer serves you. You know it no longer serves you. You're very intuitive. You know this. So Spirit is saying when you take that leap, you're going to be victorious for those who have not already. And congratulations to those who have. Spirit is saying that things are going to go uphill for you from here. Okay? But the changing and the transformation of things might be just throwing you off a bit. Now, we have the Three of Swords here. So I do want to pull a message of love oracle. In case for some of you, this is, because this has to deal with your home. So it could have to do with maybe a family member moving out as well. Maybe a family member passing away for some of you. We have friendship, and I do apologize. I send my condolences and hugs to those who maybe lost someone. I have friendship here. This friendship is leading to more. So for some of you, you have a friend who is walking through life with you, helping you get through this time. It could be someone that would be ideal for you to maybe date. And maybe you're sensing this energy from this person. And maybe you're sensing that things could lead to more. Okay, Jupiter is in your house right now of your reputation. Okay, so maybe this person is looking at you in a way in which they want to take things to the next level. They want to expand and grow with you. That's beautiful energy for some of you. Now, let's see what we got for others of you. Finances. I was just talking about that. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. So for some of you, you are fighting with your lover over the fact that you may not have the finances you need for the home, to take care of the home. You guys are losing money, okay, or have lost money, okay. Somebody lost a job, somebody quit a job. So that could be what's going on here too. But I know for a fact there's definitely, we have too many pentacles for it not to be about finances here. Now let's take a look at one more and see what other messages we can get for others. We have regret. It says someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. Okay, so for some of you, this could be in reference to family members, your significant other. You know, they may feel remorse with the fact that they broke your heart. They may know that they broke your heart. Okay, and they're feeling remorse and regret about it right now, is what the universe is saying. So, Pisces, this was really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying now. So the link to clarify is going to be in the box below. It's the Patreon link. The membership is $5 a month. You get to see every video I post, the extended versions of it, just for $5 a month. Not $5 a video, $5 a month. So please, the link's down below. Come join us. I'll see you soon.